Hi, my name is Rich Lacey, and this is my 1926 Model T Coupe, and this is the first time that we've had it running in over 40 years. I've owned it about 3 years, and I've just never got time to play with it. And so today I was successful. I got it started and let it run for about 20-30 seconds just to make sure it'd run. And then I shut it off, and I just now got water put in it, and it doesn't seem to be leaking, so we're pretty good shape there. And I'm going to start it up again and let it run for a while. And this is for Ron Christensen and Jim Lewis, because you guys were previous owners of the car, and I thought you might get a kick out of seeing this thing running. What I did to it to get it going is I got one new coil. It had one coil that was bad, and then I put a new head gasket on it and checked the valves, and then we worked on the carburetor a little bit. It wanted to pop a couple of times, and we couldn't get it going, so I cranked it way down so it wasn't hardly any fuel at all, and it started, and then I cranked it down a little more once it got going, and it seemed to run pretty good for about 15-20 seconds until I shut it off. So we're going to give it a shot here again. It has water in it, and we're going to see if it'll run for a while, so keep your fingers crossed. Here we go. Ignition is on. Spark is retarded. I shut the fuel down too fast. So it probably needs to be greased. the spark and let it sort of idle down a little bit. And then I'm going to go ahead and shut it off and see if I can start fixing the leak. As you can tell, it's running a little better. I retorted the spark on it, set the idle back a little bit. There's still some oil leaking in the back of the engine. I'm not sure exactly where that's coming from. I think some of the whining we're hearing is just the transmission. It's a planetary transmission with belts, and I'm sure they're just probably old and they probably need to be lubed up also. So we're leaking a little bit of water, no big deal there. Doesn't sound too bad. Hasn't run in almost 40 years, between 38 and 40 years, since the real early 70s. This is October 17, 2012, so you can do the math. What a sense of accomplishment to go ahead and get something that's this old, as far as 1926, so it's about 95 years old. It hasn't run in almost 40 years, almost half its life. We got it going today. I'm not the smartest mechanic in the world, but these are pretty easy to work on, so I knew that I could get it going. And I'm sure Ron Christensen and Jim Lewis are going to be ecstatic to see this car running again. Gonna do the horn for you. Beep, beep, beep. Taillight does work, but the headlights are burned out, so I'm going to put new bulbs in those. Like to keep it running here and check all the leaks and everything. And then in the next, whenever I get time to work on it again, we're going to take the car out and maybe try to drive it. I did put the emergency brake on and it's holding the rear brake, so that's really good. I think before I shut it down, I may try to, I've got the rear end up in the air so it can't move. So I thought maybe I would step down on first gear and see if it goes into gear. It's 3 pedals. Your left pedal all the way down is low. Pull the lever all the way forward, let up on the pedal, and it's high gear. The center one pedal is reversed. The pedal on the left side, or excuse me, the right side, is of course your brake. So I'm pretty excited. Baby's running. What a cool deal. It's only 2-speed, and I let it idle back down. You can hear it was in high gear. It almost killed it. And so, of course, I got the spark and everything's retarded quite a bit on an ISO right now. The other thing is that the reverse worked. The wheels started going in reverse, so that's good. And the brake works too. So a lot of things are going good for this car right now. So cool to see these old things running here.